Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss a very important chapter of class 12, Lost Spring. We have done first part of the lesson in previous video. If you want to see first part, you may find the link from description box. Now we will start our lesson. We will get the theme and overview of the story from this lesson. The author gives a lively and vivid description of the slum children. Now, here are two parts of the lesson. We are doing the second part of this lesson, which relates to Mukesh, and its subtitle is I Want to Drive a Car. Theme of the lesson. The theme of the lesson is poverty and child labor. The tradition and poverty condemned the children to the life of exploitation even in their early age. Here the stories of Sahib and Mukesh depict the plight of poor children. They have no opportunity of schooling. They are forced to indulge into child labor. Spring as well as childhood represents joy, pleasure, natural beauty and growth. It it is the most beautiful phase of life. So the writer has compared spring with childhood. The spring of these children has been lost in utter poverty. At the early age, their shoulders are burdened with hardships. So they lost their spring. However, the lesson is a factual description of misery of slum children, but she wrote as poetic prose. She focused on figures of speech like poetic diction. For example, hyperbole in garbage to damage gold. Metaphor in the road was like ribbon of light. Simile in as white as snow. Here is the summary of the lesson. This part of the story depicts the plight of bangle makers. Here the beauty of the glass bangles of Firozabad contrasts with the misery of people who produce them. Firozabad is the center of India's glass blowing industry where families have spent generations making bangles. Thousands of adults and 20,000 children work in the glass furnaces with high temperature in dingy cells without air or light. Before flickering oil lamps, their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light. They often lose their eyesight before they become adults. It badly affects their physical as well as mental health. People live in extreme conditions in Firozabad. They live in small huts with crumbling walls, wobbly doors, and no windows. Also without air, light, and with stinking lanes choked with garbage. Their house is overcrowded with humans and animals. Mukesh is also among them, but he dares to dream. He wants to become a motor mechanic, but the writer calls it a mirage. He takes the author to his home where she meets his father, his sister in law, and his grandmother. Mukesh's elders, content to teach their children the art of making bangles and to build a house for them to live in. His grandmother believes bangle making as their destiny and their karma. She recalls how her husband turned blind after working for years in glass bangle industries. She also says, can a God given lineage ever be broken? She was unable to get a full meal in her entire life like other people of same line. The author also observes a young girl named Savita making bangles, but she ever realizes the sanctity of the bangles as a symbol of suhag for Indian women. Even after years of hard labor, no one dares to dream. They have fallen into the vicious circle of middlemen who trapped their fathers and forefathers. They talk endlessly in a spiral that moves from poverty to apathy to greed and to injustice. Here the author sees two different worlds. One is the stigma of born in the caste of bangle maker, and the other is the vicious circle of sahukars, middlemen, and police. So daring is not part of their living. But Mukesh dreams to wash off the stigma of bangle making. He wants to become a motor mechanic because he observes passing cars on the roads of Firozabad. The author says that Mukesh's desire to break the family tradition seems a ray of hope in the life of these people. This was the summary of the lesson. For more such videos, do subscribe our channel All in Class. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and share. Thank you very much.